do it? No. Hello. Oh, there we are. Did I not click the right thing? I must not have. I'm here. Okay. I'm just talking to myself. It's totally normal. Hold on, please. Hold on. Hold on while I check something because I thought I did it right. Maybe I didn't do it right. Hi. 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 No. No, that's not what I said. Hold, please. Watch as Jessica's brain starts working. Possibly. Let's see. Oh, I didn't. That's why. Save. Okay. Got it. I'm here. It's all good. Probably. I don't know. So, okay. There. Now, I'm going to try not to look as confused. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Susan. Hi, everybody. There's a lot of people to say hi to. So hi, everyone. So I wrote notes so I wouldn't forget things. Our, our lovely commentator, Lauren, will probably be popping on here and writing things on the screen. We'll see. We'll see if she shows up. So I have a product to test. We're going to save that to the end. I have Cork Club. I have Cork Club updates. I have show and tell. What else do I have? I think that's it. Life updates. By the way, I hope that none of you get this disgusting virus that's going around. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Was one of the worst weeks ever. 2025 is, she's interesting so far. I can't say I'm in love with this year yet. I'm hoping that changes, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm a little bit behind, which is the story of my life. I understand. But the reason that I'm behind this week is it will get better. She's here. And she's changed her name and you guys can't see it, but I'm laughing. 2025 will get better because please do. Over the weekend, Eric contracted what I like to call the Ubi flu. And because he's such a great husband, shared it with me. And I'm not a fan. There's nothing worse than waking up and thinking, I'm going to be productive today. And your body's like, nah, we got other plans for you. So yeah, it was a terrible beginning to the week. So, but it's fine. It's totally fine. I got some much needed sleep on Monday, not because it's what I wanted, but because I could not get off of the couch. So yeah, so happy 2025. I'm kind of glad January is almost over. I don't really care for January. I don't think I've ever really liked January, but I'm kind of really not liking it right now. So yeah, I am feeling so much better. I would say at this point, I'm probably like 95%. I don't want to say I'm 100%. I don't know if I'm ever actually 100%, but like on my scale, I'm almost there. Yeah. So Ubi flu took us both down, and I really hope that none of you get it. There's only like maybe a couple people I can think of that I would send it to, but other than that, I'm good. Yeah, yep, it was great, Anita. So yes, as most of you probably know, because I tell you all the time, I love horror movies. Like I love slashers and blood and guts and all that kind of stuff. Not when it's mine though. Not when my life is turning into a horror movie, or at least a really bad sequence of things that happen in horror movies. So we survived. Eric had it way worse than I did, so I do feel for him, but we're over it. My mom was supposed to come over several times this week to help with stuff, and I told her to stay away because I didn't want to get her sick because she was sick already with another sickness. And so then my mom reminded me that I haven't seen her since Christmas. And that's a long time. I miss my mom. It's been almost a month and it's weird. So, Mom, I miss you. I will see you next week. Some way, somehow. So, yeah, it's cold. It has been snowing everywhere, including Florida. My imagination has been filled with alligators with knit hats on, which I'm sure is probably not true, but it's what I see. I do feel bad for all of you that are not used to snow, because I know it's quite a surprise, isn't it? Um, we're used to it, and I still don't like it. I'm still trying to get away from it. And it's at least warm. I went out to the mailbox today. This is the sign of what the weather's been like. I was like, wow, it's actually kind of warm out today. It's 23 degrees, and I thought it was warm out because it wasn't in the negatives or the teens. So that's crazy. Zena, you didn't get any. Good for you. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for any of you that did not get snow. But holy moly, when somebody on Facebook posted a picture in, I don't remember what part of Florida, and it was a Florida highway covered in snow, and I was like, that's just not computing in my brain. Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah. It's been interesting. So let's talk. What do we want to talk about? I made notes. Let me read them. And of course, I wanted to thank somebody, and I didn't write her name down because I'm terrible. So if you're watching or you're watching later, you know who you are. Somebody asked me in the comments last week, what's the name of your booth at So Expo in Washington? And I was like, So Many Creations. Like, that's a weird question, isn't it? I was like, why would it be anything else? And I thought to myself, that's an odd question, but whatever. I don't know why, but it prompted me to go look, and my name wasn't on the website. And she commented back and said, that's what I assumed, but I didn't see you on the website. And so thank you. I can't remember who said it, and I forgot to look it up this morning. But thank you, because if you had not brought that to my attention, I would not know that it wasn't on the website. So I sent an email, got a response back, and they said, oh, we made a mistake. We have no idea how that happened, but yes, you're coming and you're on the website. So I'm on there now. That was a little unnecessary, small panic attack that I didn't need. I was like, did I miss something? Did I get uninvited? We did get an update. We got an update for our classes. Lauren, how are your classes doing? I'm sure they're probably sold out. Nicole's, I think, are like half sold out. Mine, I was starting to have one of those moments where I was like, should I have not done like a boxy pouch? Should I have done something different? Like it was that like not a good choice, you know, since it was just such a simple project. And my class is more than halfway filled. So like I'm super excited. And the class I'm doing with Nicole is also more than halfway filled. So that's super exciting. Lauren has some space. I have some space. You rock, Lauren. So it looks funny because it says that I'm saying that I rock, and it's not me that's saying it. It is there's somebody on the back end in another state right now. So I'm very excited about that. I feel like once we get to Washington, it's like the year is going to feel like it's really starting, because it's like the official start to everything. So Washington's the first show. And then right after that, like we don't have anything in March, but well, besides like Zoom classes. April is going to be crazy busy. And look what I got in the mail. Hold on. What did I do with it? I moved everything. It is a mess in here. It's a horrible pigsty. Look what I got in the mail. It's my name tag. Who's going to Sew Whatever Summit? Because I am, and I'm very excited. And classes go on sale on February 10th, which sounds far away, but it's not. Just remember, it's not. So I'm very excited. So I am going to also add this on for poor Shelly, my Shelly, who's, and this is from me and from Shelly and from all of the admins of the So Many Creations Facebook groups. Please, please, if you want to join our groups, we want you. We desperately want to see you. You have to answer the questions right here, right there. Shelly feels tremendous guilt when she has to deny you, as do I, as does everybody else. When you want to join the group, just answer the questions. The reason there's questions, it's only because there's too many robot accounts, and we don't want the spam accounts. What am I sticking on? We don't want those accounts. So when your account comes up and it says like no answer, it looks like you're not a real person. And we don't want those accounts in there, because then they infiltrate stuff and then they do dumb things. So that's why we have questions, and that's why we ask you to answer them. So please. Oh, Dash, you're coming. I'm so excited. I did not know that, or you told me and I forgot. I have brain damage. So very exciting. We're talking about two different things, but I'm excited about both. I'm excited to have you join our Facebook groups, but please answer the questions for both of them. There's two groups, and just a quick little overview. You can join the So Many Creations pattern dedication group, and you can post anything you make from my patterns, regardless of your materials. Doesn't matter. If the pattern has my name on it, free or pay for, you post it in the pattern group. If you buy cork from the website, you can post anything you make with cork in the Cork Fanatics group. I don't want it to be confusing, but there's two different groups, and it's just because I like to see what you make with the things that you buy, and I like to, oh, I gotta do that. Thank you, Lauren. Lauren's now my assistant. I also, I want to see the things you make with my cork, but I also want to see the things you make with my patterns. And I didn't want to do that as one group because then it gets overwhelming and confusing. And I see some of the things that go on in other groups. And as much as I respect the fact that everybody is entitled to an opinion, I would like to see less of them, especially the negative ones. If you want to post anything you make from anyone's patterns in anyone's materials, there's a bunch of groups that you can do that in, including Sew Whatever. And Sew Whatever, you can post whatever you sew. See how that goes? So let's just sew forever is what Lauren says, or what Dorothy says Lauren says. So whoa, that's a lot of groups to manage. Our groups are very small. I am still a tiny speck in the bag universe, and it's fine. And someday I hope to say, wow, our group has like 100,000 people in it. And I want to make sure that those are genuine people that understand why they're there and understand where to find things and, you know, do all the right stuff. Why is my face frozen on my computer in the ugliest face I could possibly make? That's just rude. Let's try that again. Oh, it was one of those. It was not good. So, can I block? Can you block the negative before accepting them? You like block somebody that's like a robot account kind of thing. Like I can, but I just want nice things. I like nice comments and nice people and nice groups, and that's all. And so I just don't want to open up everything in our group and have it be a overall bag making group, because there's other ones that do it better. So I just want a group with my patterns. I say we a lot. It's me, but it just sounds more professional. Like I have a gang of people that help me. I don't. It's me and Lauren sometimes, and Eric when he's not doing whatever he's doing right now. It's me. So post my patterns in the pattern group, cork stuff in the cork group. That's all. That's all. I think that was easy. We do not pre-approve posts. So what Anita is saying is a tremendous amount of work, and we don't approve posts because, quite frankly, I don't have the energy for that. I can't sit and do that. It's just too much work, and it's just frustrating. So, you know, yes. So exactly, Shelly. So, okay, Shelly, I told you I would say it. You reminded me. I got it earlier. It's off my list. Okay. Okay, so Expo. I'm going through to make sure I don't forget anything because I feel more scattered than I normally do because I didn't use my brain for like 2 days. It just sat idle, and it's not good, especially in cold weather. It's like a battery. It just needs to be started. Okay, what else do we want to talk about? You asked for a new date for Violet for March, and I gave it to you. You just didn't know that. I put it on the website this morning, and if I didn't post it, which I think I did, I will. I will make sure that it's on the website. What are you talking about, Jessica? Why are you talking in circles? That's a great question. Let me start from the beginning. Let's start where I make sense. Are you ready? Is it there? Is it? Okay. Okay, we're starting over again. So, I need a nap. March 16th, we are going to do, I say final because it will probably be final for a while, but we are going to do on a Sunday a Violet class. So Violet Zoom class is up. It is on the website under the virtual retreats and classes page, single. Virtual retreats and classes page. I'm getting there. Currently on that page, we have Arya with 2 different dates. We have Olive with 2 different dates, and we have Violet with 1 date. They are all on there. And let's talk about classes and why I do what I do so that you can understand. So I already told you that. Okay. So how come you have to buy a kit if you want to participate in the Zoom class? I get asked sometimes, not all the time, but I get an email every so often that's like, I already have the pattern, I already have all the supplies, can I just join the Zoom class? And my answer is no. And I don't like saying no. I don't like turning people away. But the reason that I do what I do, the biggest reason, is because I don't record the Zoom classes. So let's just say hypothetically, Nancy, because Nancy is the name that I see right here, and I can use Nancy's name. Nancy signs up for the Violet class, and Nancy has the pattern and she's got all the stuff, and she didn't pay for anything. She just paid for the class and she signed up. And then Nancy didn't feel like coming, or she was sick, or she just didn't remember. The problem is Nancy's going to email me afterwards and say, hey, can I get a link to the class that I paid for? And I'm going to say, no, because there is no link, because the Zoom class went on without you and you didn't come and it wasn't recorded. And because I don't record them, it makes me feel weird to accept your money and then to not maybe be able to give you something. And I understand it's on your terms, and it wouldn't be for free, Rochelle. People have not asked me for it for free, but they've asked if they can, just pay for the class. And the reason is, if something goes wrong in your world, because unless I'm sick or something happened and I couldn't do the Zoom class, I would reschedule it. But if you didn't show up to the Zoom class, and almost every time, like almost every class, somebody just doesn't show up for whatever reason, I don't want you to feel like you got nothing out of it. You paid money and you got literally nothing out of it. You don't need to pay money to watch a free tutorial on my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So when you buy a kit, you're getting a tangible physical product. I'm holding a lighter for some reason. Why am I holding this? You're getting something and you're getting the class for free. So that is why I don't do it that way. That is how I used to do it. But I also used to record classes. But the version of Zoom where you can record is a lot more money. And also, I find it to be kind of boring and poor quality. Like, I'm sending you a video of me and a bunch of other people talking for 7 hours, and you're fast forwarding through a class when you could just watch the tutorial, which I feel like is much better suited for one-on-one. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head. I don't know if the words that come out of my mouth make sense. So, yes, I have a lighter. I have many lighters. I'm just holding it for whatever reason, Heather, and I don't know why. So that is why I only offer the Zoom classes as a free bonus for buying a kit. I do accept the fact, and I acknowledge that we all have a lot of hardware and a lot of stuff, and I totally get it. So if you want to join one of the Zoom classes, even though you already know that you have a bunch of stuff at home and you already have all the materials, think of it as just something else to replenish your stash. I had somebody, and she's actually not here, which is odd, Andy. I don't know where she is this morning. Andy had already picked out her materials for one of the Violet classes, and she just placed her order and said in it, I'm adding this cork to my stash. Can I get these pieces instead? So that's totally acceptable if that works for you better. I also, on the other end, had a few people say, can I sign up to get the kit? Even if I don't want to take the Zoom class, I'll watch the tutorial later. I'm just interested in getting the materials all together. And I'm like, absolutely. The Zoom class is a bonus. So think of it as like a buy one, get it free. Buy a kit, get a free class. You don't want to come to class? That's totally fine. So now that I've over-explained that, does anyone have questions about that? If you're joining for the first time, I'm really sorry, but this is pretty much what happens every single Friday. I'm not really good at following a script or a narrative of any kind. I make notes. I can't follow my own notes. My desk is a mess, and in front of me is a lighter, and I just keep playing with it. So that's what Friday Lives are with Jess. So there, I answered that. Okay. Well, yes, and Jill, thank you. I don't want to be mean, but I want to be accepting to everybody. But if I have you come and sign up for a class, I just don't want you to be like, well, damn, I couldn't come and now I got nothing out of it. So that's all. So Kim, I am a big fan of letting other people make decisions for me. Not every day, but there are moments I totally get it where I'm just like, I can't. I've made decisions all day long. You decide. Those moments when Eric's like, what do you want to do for dinner? And I'm like, anything you pick or make or buy or get, I don't care what it is. I'll eat it because I didn't have to decide. So I totally understand. All right. I just saw the mailman drive by. Quick little update on that. Going back to the fact that I was sick earlier this week and it was a holiday on Monday. Um, Almost all of the orders are shipped out. I have a handful of orders still, some templates that are being made. Eric is working on those right now, and some kits for the Arya classes. Those will hopefully go out tomorrow. Tonight, this afternoon, starts our virtual retreat, but hopefully between this and the virtual retreat, the rest of the kits will go out. You will still have plenty of time to get your cutting done, even if you're in the February 6th class. I have things ready to go. I just have to get them out. And I lost some time this week that I didn't plan on. So how many Zoom classes and the times? So the Zoom classes are on the website. The times, we start at 11 o'clock Eastern, because I'm in New York, and I feel like 11 o'clock is 8 o'clock on the West Coast. It's early, but it's not, like 5 a.m. early. And we go until between 5 and 6. It depends on the class. I like to give you plenty of time, and we do take a pretty solid lunch break so that people can get caught up, we can have lunch, etc. So we have currently, let's see, I've got two classes. Hold on. Two February classes. No, 3 February classes and 2 March classes right now. I'm trying to put in a Zoom class and or retreat every month. For instance, though, the month of April, probably not going to be a great month for Zoom because I have Cleveland, I have an in-person retreat, and then I also have So Whatever Summit. So chances are April would be a month that you wouldn't see any Zoom classes, but I'll just pick right back up in May. It depends. Sometimes I just really like to see how far I can push myself. And I hear what you want, and I'm like, sure, let's have a Zoom class the day before I have to leave to go somewhere. I love making myself insane. It's one of my favorite hobbies, and I'm really good at it. You haven't had mail all week because of snow and ice? That's insane, Mary. Where do you live? You live somewhere. You live somewhere that doesn't usually get snow, don't you? Thank you, Liz. I really did not do that much to it today, which is just proof that the less time I spend on my appearance, obviously, the better it looks. My hair is clean, but that's about it. So thank you. I don't know what's happening with it right now as far as anything. It's a mess as far as I can tell, but thank you for telling me. I do make things up as I go along on every aspect of my life. Yes, Anita, you can absolutely ask questions. So the benefit of a Zoom class over a tutorial is that in a tutorial, it's not live. So if you post a comment, you might not get an answer immediately. In Zoom, you can ask questions all day long. You can ask a question about anything you need. And in my Zoom classes, I start at the beginning of the pattern, go all the way through to the end. I don't assume that you know how to do anything. And sometimes okay, Violet, for instance, is a little bit more not intense, but it's a little bit more complex bag. So I feel like the students that signed up for Violet feel a little bit more confident in their bag making skills. So a lot of them didn't need me to tell them how to do a zippered pocket. So what I would do, I have an overhead camera that I focus on. I would just work through the pocket and kind of talk to myself, answer questions as needed. But for other steps, we would do the entire thing together. Your homework for the Zoom classes is doing all of your cutting, any fusing that you need to do, getting your templates prepared, and you do have to top stitch and prep your handles. You don't do any hardware by yourself. We do hardware, zippers, the whole thing, everything start to finish together. It's just having to do handles, like watching us top stitch handles. It takes up so much time, and it's just kind of a silly thing that we can all do on our own. Other than that, you don't have to do anything without assistance. So I think it works pretty well. So, oh, okay, Mary, that's right. Yes, I just sent you a package. That makes sense that you would not have mail. You got crazy ice and snow in South Carolina. I am sorry about that. Um, so, hi, Cheryl. Welcome. Welcome from Kentucky. I like Kentucky. It's one of my favorite states because it's not as cold as it is here for the most part. I know it's different right now. Everything that's in the kit for the Zoom class is for the outside of your bag. I do not send lining fabric. I do not send any interfacing. You get generally cork is your outside. You get hardware, you get zippers, you get the pattern if you need it. There's usually 2 options. If you have the pattern, obviously you don't have to rebuy it. You also get, well, that's it. You get a download that tells you what to have prepared. Excuse me. You get a download that tells you what you have to prepare before class. So you get everything that you need instruction wise. You just have to pull from your own stash whatever you want to do for your lining. So any cotton fabric of any kind, any lining fabric, I do not include. So okay, so yeah, Katie, I can if you wanted help on something like on a 2-sided handle, I would send you to someone else's video because I don't do those. But at least you would have time when you sign up for a class to be able to go ahead and, you know, you can look up that information and get your stuff done. I'm always happy to help. It's just making handles to me is such a basic, easy thing. And it's just a time consuming thing. And most of the bag classes are not basic beginner, like here's your first bag ever. If I did a class like that, I would for sure go over handles. Like if we were making a tourist tote bag, in a very beginner focus class, we would definitely make handles for sure. So I am new to this channel. Sounds interesting. It is interesting, Robin. Interesting is a very loose word that we use around here. It's an interesting place to be. But welcome. Welcome to Fridays where I don't do much of anything, but you guys hang out with me. So it's nice. So Michelle you got a notification. Michelle, are you in the retreat this weekend? Because it might have been your goodie bag. And if it wasn't, I have no idea what it was. Could have been a back order. I have no clue. I don't remember what I did this morning, and it's still this morning. So I will have to check. Nancy, thank you for becoming our official greeter on YouTube. I appreciate you doing that for me. You've watched Lauren's double-sided handle video a few times. Haven't we all? And I'm still not very good at doing things. Erica from Lavender and Twine has a download, a pack that you can, I say purchase because you have to do it through her website. It's free, but she has, I don't remember the name of it. She has a pack that you can get for free and it has videos and it goes through all of the, it goes through her different ways of making handles. So I don't know, Michelle, I'll have to check for you. Yes. Okay. So we're getting off course, which is normal. What else did I want to tell you? Okay. I have one more thing to tell you. Then we'll do show and tell. Then we're going to test something out. And I'm really sad that Antoinette is not here because I'm testing something because of her. So, Cork Club. I have Cork Club from January that I want to show you. But before I show you, I just want to tell you that 2025 is going to be the end of Cork Club. Not forever. Don't freak out. Cork Club is going to be put on the back burner at the end of this year, just because it is one of those things that, you know, the numbers fluctuate here and there on subscription, things like that. And everybody that signed up last year, I'm sure, is looking at a pile of cork that they have accumulated over the course of a year. And then also the things that they buy in between and thinking, oh my, what did I do? This is a lot of cork. I'm never going to use this in a lifetime. I need to start using some of this cork. So we're going to give Cork Club a break at the end of this year. So what does that mean? It means if you've already signed up for any amount of Cork Club this year, you're not getting cork. I will not take your money and leave. I will not cancel it. You're good to go. So whether you're signed up through December or you're signed up through February, Cork Club is still getting shipped out this year. If you want to join, the 3-month subscription is still on the website for a little bit longer now, but that's going to be it. As of December, the last shipment will go out unless for some reason you purchase until like January. I'm not saying you're not going to get your cork, but as of December, there will be no more Cork Club. We will put it on hold for a little bit and we will come back when it makes sense. We'll give it a little time, let the dust settle, and then everybody can use all their cork. And then when you're thinking, but I need it again, we'll start it up again. We put it in hibernation mode. It needs a little nap. That's all. So it's going away temporarily. We're going to finish up this year. We've got some things planned. It's going to be great. And then we're just going to put it on hold for a little bit. So I just wanted to let you all know that. All right. So if you want to sign up for a few months, you can. But if you were on the fence about it and you're not sure, totally fine to just, to just kind of wait. All right. So let's look at Cork Club and then we'll do show and tell of other things. But my first show and tell is on the website right now. It is Cork Club from January. I went blue because it's cold and I'm cold. So first up is a basic. It's navy. So this looks super blue on camera and it's not. It's actually so dark that it's almost black. It is just, it's the light in here. Like that's the black backing. This is not as bright as it looks on camera. It is definitely a darker blue. So our basic navy was number 1. Number 2 is, what do we call this one? Night Garden. Eric named it. It is very soft, Kim. This is Night Garden. I guess technically it has an up and a down. So how cute is this? And look what I discovered yesterday. Hold on, I gotta find it. As I was packing up something, I did not realize, look at the tiny little snail. I did not even see that at first. I just saw the little flowers and the moths. So this is like, it's technically black in the back, but it's so like covered with flowers that it doesn't look black. It looks like it looks navy. Here, I'll put it next to the navy. So, but anything blue looks really nice with this. So we've got that. Oh, Antoinette is here. Good. I'm so excited. Antoinette influenced me to purchase something and we're going to test it out together here. So I've got this. It does have like a folk art kind of vibe. And then we also have a new blue, and this is a tiny bit greener in person. I feel like it's picking up a little bit bluer than it is on here. It's definitely, it's got like a little bit more green to it. It's delicious. Tastes good. This is Tahiti blue. So these are all on the website. They're on towards the top of the Cork page. Okay, that was that. So during the I have a website. I don't really have a store. I mean, I have people that can come here and shop sometimes in person, but it's by appointment only. I live here and I just don't want to always have to be ready to go. Sometimes I just need to not have people around. And this week, for instance, being surprise, you're sick for 2 days, would have been awful trying to tell everybody that we were closed. So do I have a store? No, sort of. I have a website. Okay, so this last Sunday, we had our Lola class, our Lola XL class, and I made a bag. I didn't post this, and the reason I didn't post it, excuse me, I wasn't sure what was happening. It was a burp, not a sneeze. I didn't post this bag only because I don't have the top cork anymore. It was an old cork that I pulled from my stash, and I just didn't want to be confusing. I didn't want anyone to be like, I need that cork because I don't have it anymore. So that's why I didn't post it. But I wanted to make a Lola in solid colors. And I had made this handle for something else, which I'm going to show you. And then I decided I'm just going to use it and add a little bit of the iris color down here. And then I did the whole top. This should technically be iris, but instead I just want to do the whole top in this teal color. And I really like how it came out. I did the iris for my zipper, and then I used Nicole's fabric that I've been kind of hanging on to. This was from Sonar. I got this last September. I don't think she currently has it, but I know she was talking about getting it back again. I made this because I just wanted to try something more solid. I usually do a lot in prints. That's our specialty in Cork, is prints. So I wanted to try this. And because of this, I know what I'm working on during the virtual retreat, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome if it comes out the way that I'm seeing it in my mind. So stay tuned. This weekend, I'm hoping to show you something that I was influenced by this, but also, weirdly enough, by I'm telling you, it was a targeted ad that I got on like Instagram from Amazon. You know those Amazon like shop here, click here ads. I got one for this beautiful bag, and I was like, I don't buy bags, I make bags. Thanks, Amazon. But also, it was in solids with a really cool handle, and I got super excited about it. And I was like, I think I know what I want to do. I think I absolutely know what I want to do with that. So I was influenced, I was inspired, and I'm going to make something this weekend. So I'll show you what I make. Hopefully, I'm probably going to work on it tomorrow. So hopefully this weekend you'll see it. Okay. Thank you, Pat. Do I ship to the UK? Yes, although I wouldn't recommend it. Shipping is ridiculous. It's astronomical. For something that comes from a country that's closer to you than me, it's pretty crazy. I would suggest looking to see if you have any resources closer to the UK for Cork. I can ship it to you, but the amount of shipping, the amount of money that it costs, and it takes forever with shipping. I don't love shipping internationally just because of that, because it just feels like you send it out there and then you're hoping it gets where it needs to go. And it doesn't make me feel good. So yes, I do, but I don't love doing it. Okay. So, oh, okay. This is what else I wanted to show you. The other thing that I worked on, I told you that I'm just going to close my computer. I don't need it. I told you that I wanted to make the Arya with the wider gusset, because I gave you that as an option for class. So I wanted to show you what it looks like when it's totally finished. So this is the original Arya. Okay. This is the class that we have coming up in February. So we've got credit card pockets and the zipper and all the zipper things. And in class, you have the option to make this deeper, the gusset part. You also, we're not doing a magnetic snap in class. So that's how the pattern is. We are doing the recess zipper. That is going to be for everybody. But the option, if you want to make it bigger, is there. And you need the same amount of cork. So what I did is I made this one. I showed you guys a little sneak peek. Ooh, look at how good it is. I love it. I absolutely love it. So this is the one that I was showing you guys. All right. I was playing with some webbing, playing with some cork things. I don't have information on that right now, but yes, you're probably going to be getting options to be purchasing some of this soon. But this is what it looks like an inch wider. Doesn't it look good? Look at it with the flowers. I love it. So this is an inch wider. Now, here's the thing. Thank you. It looks tremendously bigger, right? And I'll tell you why it looks so much bigger. Look at this bag. See how this is not top stitched here? If you flatten this out and you get this nice and flat, it's a lot wider here than it looks, right? This is only an inch wider. But here's something else that I did. And I'm working on perfecting this technique to put it into a video. It is not my technique. It's not anything new. I was inspired by Shannon from A Knotted Thread Co. because, and I don't remember, Lauren, I don't know if it was you or if it was somewhere. Shannon top stitches her Rowena Aries, one of them. She has a bag that has a similar shape. It's really fancy. It doesn't look like this. It's way fancier, but it has a similar shape, that little like gusseted bag. And she top stitches the gusset. And I was like, can I do that? Will that work? So I did it and I loved it. The only thing I didn't love is that I made the decision later after the outside was put together to try and top stitch it. Thumbs down on that one. But I did it anyway. It worked and it actually looks pretty decent. So this weekend, I'm going to work on another one of these and I'm going to play with the top stitching and see if there is an easier, better way to do it. Now, I don't have a cylinder arm. I did it on my HD9. I did ask Eric on Saturday if I should buy a cylinder arm. And he said, what's that mean? I was like, an industrial machine. He's like, I don't care. Do whatever you want. Of course, that's what he's going to say. But for those of us, including myself, that don't have a cylinder arm and aren't getting one, I'm working on how to top stitch and how to show you how to top stitch on the gusset on your regular machine. And keep in mind, the HD9 is a flatbed machine. I don't even have a free arm. So I'm very excited about it. Thank you. Lauren, is it Aries or is it the Rowena, or is it both that she does it on? Because if you go to her, well, first of all, if you're on Instagram, go follow Knotted Threads Co. because just her reels alone are just mesmerizing. Shannon makes the most, I mean, she makes gorgeous patterns, but also she makes these amazing reels that you just sit there and you're like, wow, I could watch these all day. It's just, she like has this process. I don't know how she does it. Not Rowena, Aries and Gaia. Thank you. Gaia. Am I saying that right? Yes. So her craftsmanship is phenomenal. It should be sold in high-end boutiques. It's amazing. But she makes these really cool reels. And I saw in one of hers that she, like the top stitching, and then people were talking about it. And I'm like, do I need to try that? And I did, and it looks really cool. It was kind of a nightmare, but let me work on making it less of a nightmare. And then I can also show you how I did it. So this is what it looks like. Here's the flub that I made. Here is my top stitching on the gusset and on the back, because I was inside out. It's on the back. It should be on the gusset. Yes, if Lauren can do that, she'll put the Instagram link for a Knotted Thread Co. She also has a Facebook group. If you make her patterns or if you just want to drool over her patterns, you can do that too. But I love following her on Instagram because it's just, her videos are just soothing. A little music in the background, her rolling out vinyl and cutting things, sewing things. It's like just, I don't know. You just sit there and you just want to like just kick back and relax and watch her videos all day long. It's not her talking. It's just her putting a bag together. And then all of a sudden in the end, you're like, oh, here's a bag. It's very cool. So, so this is what I made. That was the short version of that. Regular, what are you called? Arya. Regular Arya, thicker Arya. There will not be a new pattern. I am not writing this in a new pattern. Not happening. You have the option to cut this an inch wider. That's all that you're doing. And you have the option to add your recessed zipper, and that's it. But I love this bag. And Pat, I figured you would be excited about this. Pat and I were talking about webbing not that long ago. I had webbing. I wasn't doing anything with it. And so I was playing around and I made just a little shoulder strap. And I had a whole lot of fun with it. And the little connectors here. I'm always playing around with too many things while I have other things going on. And then I made, with some more webbing, I made an adjustable handle for another project for this weekend. So I am hoping to show you some cool things after this weekend, after the retreat, and have some things together for you. Is the HD9 age nomad? Yes, it is. Okay, so any other questions? You know, I'm one of those people that's like, oh, webbing, not for me. I don't like webbing. And now I'm like, oh, but I love webbing. So I said the same thing about a lot of things, and here I am changing my mind. So yes, Zena, I'm gonna give you webbing options. Okay. Any other questions before I plug something in and hopefully don't set fire to myself? We'll see. Okay, so last but not least, I was influenced by my friend Antoinette to buy a soldering iron kit. Why? Why, you ask? Because we were talking about how it makes punching holes easier than using a hole punch when you're using nylon webbing, especially seatbelt kind of webbing. So here, this is some webbing I got from Lauren a little while ago. So when you're using nylon webbing like this, and you punch a hole in it to put in your rivets, okay? Shelly, it's gonna get interesting real soon. When you do that, you can get some fraying, okay? And I don't do a lot of seatbelt webbing, so I really bought this more out of morbid curiosity than anything else. So instead of having to worry about this, we're gonna do this, and it's going to punch a hole for us, and it's going to singe the edges. That's the whole idea. So Zena says it works great. Antoinette says it works great. I say, don't cancel me, YouTube, if I set anything on fire or burn myself. So I bought this. I opened it, but I didn't do anything with it because I thought, let's do it together. And I'm going to move my very expensive laptop far away because I don't want it near me while I do this. My cutting mat is here. So in my little soldering iron box, and I think this was like $20 on Schmamazon, it came with a little stand. Okay, so here's the little stand so I can put it on here and not burn holes in the table. And I gotta plug this in. I think Eric's coming. He's probably not gonna like whatever is about to happen. We'll see. All right, so I have no idea what temperature this should be on. I'm thinking probably not the highest. So let's go in the middle. Let's go with like 300. Okay, so this is my soldering iron. All right, there it is. You can see it. Oh, it's already getting warm. This is going to be a disaster. This is just a really simple little soldering iron. This is not what it's made for, but that's what us as bag makers do. I put it in the middle, Antoinette. I put it at 300. It has a tiny little switch right here where you can adjust it. So now I'm going to put it on its little stand, which I'm excited it came with a stand. It came with a bunch of stuff to actually like solder things, and I'm not going to solder anything. So I don't think I need it. Instructions, those are for chumps. Okay, so, whew, that stinks. You know that hot smell? Yeah. Whew. Oh, she's getting hot. Okay, so we're going to see. We're going to see if I don't set myself on fire or burn my fingers. So I'm just looking. He's shoveling. So this is what happened to the hole that I just punched. See, it's like fraying. And we don't want that because if you're using this in a bag and you fill your bag up, you don't want your rivet to pop out. So we don't want that to happen. All right. Yes, you can use your lighter. That's why I had a lighter, Heather. And Sally, do I have a wooden block to work with? That would mean that I would have to plan ahead. So no, I don't. Do I? I have one somewhere. I'm probably gonna need that. Let's see. Sally, where were you yesterday when I was setting this up? Ooh, I have something. Hold on. Hold on. I'm coming right back. Okay. It's not technical, but it'll work. It's wood. This is for jewelry making, but I'm not making jewelry right at the moment, so we'll use it. So I got my little wooden block, and holy moly, that thing is hot. All right, let's see what happens. So I am going to get a new piece of webbing. Scissors. All right. It's like magic. No holes. All right, let's see how this goes. So here is my soldering iron. Let's make a hole. Oh, wow. Okay. That was too easy. Well, look at that. There it is. And it's all melted around the edges. Well, that's pretty darn cool, Antoinette. All right. So there's that. Now, let's do it on cork. Because why wouldn't we want to do it on cork? Okay. So instead of, don't burn, stop it. That's pretty cool. All right, so I put some holes in my cork too, so that I don't have to punch a hole. I don't really worry about the cork fraying or anything, but that was even easier than having to punch a hole. Plus, let's say we were wrapping this around a piece of hardware. You know, you get your hardware all in line and then you're like, oh, I got to grab my hole puncher, bring it over to the press. At least I can just set this down and I can just go through the layers. That went through super, super quick. And then I can put my rivet in and it's smoking a little bit. All right. Well, that was fun. And it's definitely, let's see, it goes through pretty easy. I don't have any vinyl nearby. Oh, yes, I do. I'll get a piece of vinyl. Look at this. There it is. Whoop. And then you get those little stringy things because it's melting. I have vinyl. Do I have vinyl here? I gotta get up again. Okay, I got a piece of vinyl right here. Let me cut a piece off. How do you lose things when they're right in front of you? That's the question. I'm like a magician. This is, Lauren, what kind of vinyl is this? It's from the project box. It's the blue one. What is this vinyl on your website with the suede backing? She'll tell me. So let's see if it works on the vinyl. Whoa. Okay, that went through really quick. Be careful on vinyl because you could make a hole that's way too big. So yeah, boop. Okay. It is, ooh, Lux Vinyl. Thank you. I was like, I think it's Lux, but I don't want to say that. So is it called a soldering pen? I will read you the exact description. So that worked really nice on vinyl too. Now here's the other thing. Now I know why this is in here. See this weird little spongy thing? You see all that crud that's all over there? Now I can like wipe that off because it kind of got all poopy there. I mean, it's never going to stay nice and clean, but look at that. I was wondering why they gave me a sponge. So goopy. It's goopy. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to unplug this. And Jessica, later today, you unplugged it. You're good. Don't freak out. All right, I'm going to move this over here. And let's see what I bought. And I will tell you exactly what I bought and how much. How many layers on the seatbelt webbing? I mean, well, it's still really hot. Let's see. Let's go through. Okay, here's 4. Jess is also not liable if she burns her own house down. Here's 4. I just unplugged it, so it's still really hot. And I can't hold this one up and do it. Well, Connie, it just went through all 4 with no issues. So, step it. It just went through all 4 of those layers and it kind of melted them together. So I think that's probably a bonus too. All right, let's see what I did, what I bought. I know, I hate that I had to buy it on Amazon. You can definitely go and, yeah, I probably should have let it cool off, but that's okay. Yes. Listen, I have a laser that I cut acrylic with, so toxic fumes are nothing. That is why I'm not as smart as I was a few years ago because of toxic fumes. Orders. Let's see. I'm guessing you can go to your local hardware store and do this as well, but I don't go outside unless I absolutely have to. So I ordered it online along with a lot of other things. Okay, I got a soldering iron kit for, oh wow, $9.99. That's what I paid for it. It is by Plus Evo. That one right there is what I got. I got a soldering iron. It's a 60-watt soldering iron, adjustable temperature, 5-in-1. Really, the only thing I cared about was the stand because the other stuff it comes with, I'm not really going to solder anything. But you know what? Someday Eric's going to need to solder something, and I'm going to say, I have a soldering iron, so I got you covered. And it came in 2 choices of colors. I bought blue. I don't know why that matters. But it cost me $10. And I would say I'm pretty happy with it so far. Am I going to use it all the time? Probably not. My reasoning, because I don't leave a lot of things set up in my studio because I move around constantly and I'm always moving stuff for videos. So chances are I'm not going to use it a ton unless I'm doing nylon webbing, which I also don't do a lot, but that doesn't mean that I won't. I would say the more that I get into nylon webbing, which it feels like I'm getting into a webbing phase right now, the more I'll use it, but just a little thing. Will it work for the edges that you usually use a lighter on? Probably. Yeah. It's cooling off now, but it still definitely works. Yeah. So I think if you don't want a lighter and you want something that does like a couple different things all in one, yes. So Antoinette, very cool. She was showing us during the Violet class, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't have one of those. I have to go buy one. So I did. And for $10, I would say pretty worth it. I like it. It's, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell all of you to go get something else, but I was just trying it out. And if you don't need it, you don't have to use it. So Linda, that's also a great idea. I do own a wood burner. I went through a wood burning phase. I don't know where it is though. I think it's still at my house, amongst all of the other things that I have still not moved. So I do own a wood burning tool, but now I have a soldering iron. So in case I need to solder anything, good to go. Definitely try it out and see how it works. All right. So cordless soldering irons. Kim, my hesitation in anything cordless is that I will leave it turned on, because I won't see anything plugged in. Now I know that I have to unplug it, and I know who I am as a person, and I need adult supervision. I'm 44 years old and I still need adult supervision. It's just the way that it is. I still need somebody to make sure that I'm okay most days. So I would rather have things that plug in, because then it means I have to remember to unplug them and it makes me feel better. So that's just me. But cordless would probably make this whole process easier. I'm just not responsible enough for that. So I put a lot of things in special places. Oh, I'm supposed to wet the sponge. Sorry, Brooke. Brooke is cringing right now because Brooke uses a soldering iron for what it's actually made for. And she's cringing right now going, no, I will wet the sponge next time, I promise. Please don't hate me, Brooke. Oh, that's really smart, Pat. Stores it in a glass jar instead of a stand. That's also smart. See, I learn things all the time. All right. So what did we learn today? We learned that Jessica's irresponsible, but she did not burn herself or the studio down. Cork Club is ending at the end of this year. New ones are on the website. So Expo is next month. Zoom classes are up, and there's a retreat starting today. I think that's all that we learned. I could have told you all that in the beginning, and this whole thing would have lasted like 3 minutes, but here we are 57 minutes later. So any other questions? Yes. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted. A scouring pad. That's also good. Any other questions for me before I go try to ship some orders and get ready for my virtual retreat that I'm not ready for? Or are we good to go? I feel like we've covered a lot today. I feel good. I feel good about it. All right. Hi, Mona, and thank you for joining YouTube memberships. Very cool. I appreciate it. All right. Was there anything else I wanted to tell you? I don't think that there was. Stay warm. Don't get sick. Wash your hands. If you get the ubi flu, stay close to your bathroom. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, I think that's it. Take your neurotic dog to the vet. We did that last week. Last week was too many appointments. This week was the week I was supposed to get stuff done that I didn't get stuff done. But that's okay. There will always be another week. Are there extra for January Cork Club? Unfortunately, Yvonne, January Cork Club extras sold out faster than I have seen anything move in a long time. They are gone. So if you want January Cork Club, it is at the regular price, but you do get your choice of sizes, and those are all on the website. I put Cork Club extras up, and within a half an hour, they were all gone. I have not seen anything fly off the shelves that quickly in a very, very, very long time. So I'm excited. It was very exciting, but it was also sad for anybody that missed them. So no, we do not have any more. And one last little super quick thing, and then I'm really going to go. I'm seeing Mona right here as a YouTube member. If you are a YouTube member, I do put posts up for the members only. And obviously you get videos and stuff first. Turn your notifications on, because otherwise you'll miss the posts. And I just want to make sure that you see those. And hopefully next week you guys will have a video coming. I'm working on that video series I told you about, the fundamental series. There's a good chance that the Patreons and members are going to get parts of it earlier. And then as it comes out in a group, it will go public. So let me see here. What is the pattern name of the gold colored bag? Oh, that is the faux train case Voyager. It is a free pattern on the YouTube channel on the free patterns playlist. So questions, you can email me. My email is on the website, and there's also a contact form if you have questions. All right. I think that's everything. And we did it before noon. Will there be, Marianne, I can't answer that question, unfortunately. That's not something I have found out yet. I don't know. So, any questions? Anything else? My phone is making noises and I don't know where it is. Thank you. All right. I'm going to say goodbye. I will see some of you in a few hours, and I will see the rest of you next week. All right. Bye. Here we go. Bye.